Please. We'll keep this there. Yashomati Nandana Brajabhadnagar Gokula Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guroho Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim Yat kripatam bande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. So welcome everyone and thank you for being on time. Just I think 1 hour delay. I was just telling one devotee that I thought it's 10:30 so I came at 11 so that everyone will be there. Now I'm understanding I have to come at 1 hour delayed and then things will manifest. So I'm very happy to be here in the house of Srinivas Prabhu and wonderful family. I was looking forward for this day to come to their place and do the altar installation. So I was just recollecting while coming to this place that when we did the first Gita course here in SV Vrindavanam, we had 2 products. Balwan Balaji Prabhu and Srinivas Prabhu and his family. Everyone else, I don't know where they are now. But they remained, they were the fortunate ones. And Srinivas Prabhu, after good, how many years ago? 4 years?
4 years.
4 years. Now finally he's at the stage of chanting 16 rounds. Now he's ready to do every day altar seva. So that's a very, very big thing. And I'm very happy to see such positive vibes in this house. Very, very nice, very happy. So tomorrow is Kartik Mass beginning. That's the most auspicious month. All the devotees wait for this. Especially we, Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we wait for this, we long for this month. And it's so nice that in this month, all the devotees are fired up. Somehow that fire comes. So this vrata is also called as Urja Vrata, the vrata of heat, the vrata of heat. So this Urja Vrata, the intense vrata, is very much important for all of us as devotees. Recently I was recording one video in that we were telling that life is so short, very, very short. I know in that also we take out time to do time pass somehow. You're so expert in that. Life is so short. I don't know when our life will be taken away from this body. You never know. Never know. So these vratas become very important because our life is short and the goal is very high. We have to attain Krishna Prem. Max to max, as devotees, we can just compare that with maybe a rasgulla or a gulab jamun and say Krishna Prem. Maybe it will be sweeter than rasgulla or gulab jamun. We cannot comprehend also what it is, right? So it's a very important thing to note that we all are aspiring for something which is very, very high. And to be more precise and frank, it's almost not reachable. It's almost not reachable. Because we as Baddha Jivas, we know how much anarthas are there in us. Especially in the family members can tell better. In the devotee association, it's very difficult to find the anartha, especially in the festival time. Everyone is so happy, blissful, and so humble, and all service mood comes on the same day. But family members can tell, who stay, family members, ashram mates can tell that how much anarthas are there in all of us. Tell me, these anarthas which are there from lifetimes, how can we get rid of that in a short span of time? How is it possible? Sometimes this thought itself demotivates. Is it possible to go back home or not? Is it that all the acharyas in the parampara, they fooled us? They chant Hare Krishna, I'll go back home. They didn't fool us. They told the right thing. And we have to understand that to accomplish what they have told, Krishna has given us many shortcuts. 2 Ekadashis in a month is a shortcut. And the biggest shortcut that is given to us comes once in a year, and that is called as Kartik Mas. This Kartik Mas, which lasts for 30 days, is very, very, very important. Because any activity that we do in this month of Kartik, any devotional activity, it is multiplied many, many times, and the credits are given to us, Sukruti is given to us. And we are not very much concerned with Sukruti, but then we are very much concerned with Krishna's mercy. So when Krishna sees that how my devotees are doing this vrata, the Kartik vrata, he becomes very pleased because this vrata is meant to please Srimati Radharani, and Srimati Radharani can be easily pleased. So she is pleased, and Krishna naturally he gets pleased because this month itself is named as Kartik, which comes from the word Kartika, which is the name of Srimati Radharani. So today I'm planning to discuss a very wonderful pastime from Srimad Bhagavatam. This comes in 10th canto, chapter 23, titled The Brahmana's Wives Blessed. Very wonderful pastime, very wonderful. Please hear this. So now it's 11:54. We'll try to stop by 12:30 or 12:45. Now, end time is very important. So I make sure that I keep the end time, and the devotees are like, okay, 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes. So Krishna was doing all his pastime in Vrindavan. All his wonderful pastime in Vrindavan, attracting the hearts of all the Vrajvasis. So when these pastimes were going on, so there were personalities like Paurnamasi, who is Yoga Maya herself. She would go and tell the pastimes everywhere in different places. And one such place was in Mathura, in the house of the Brahmanas. The Brahmana Patnis who were there, they used to hear very carefully whatever Paurnamasi would speak. And they were eager. When will that day come when I'll take darshan of Lord Sri Krishna? They're very eager. One day, Krishna was grazing the cows, with Balram and all the cowherd boyfriends, all the gopas. And the cows came, it is described till Mathura. In fact, forget about Mathura. In Pandharpur, which is Maharashtra, we have hoofprints of the cows and calves, and there is mark of the flute of Krishna, on the stone. So it is described that Krishna, unknowingly he came from Mathura till... So you never know where all the Lord goes for grazing the cows. So coming from Vrindavan to Mathura is, I don't think, it's much distance. So he came very close to Mathura. And this is the mood of Brajvasis. Once what happened is, the Gopas, they got to know that there is something called Talvan, the forest of tal fruits. And they got to know it's very sweet, very nice. So the mood of the Brajvasis is somehow the other Krishna should get the best of the best things. Now if they go and tell that Krishna, we want to get this for you, Krishna will say, I don't want. So what the Gopas did, they went to Krishna and they said, Krishna, we have heard that there are very nice, juicy, succulent tal fruits hanging on the tal trees in the Talvan. We want that. And Krishna said, okay, let's go and pluck it. What's the problem? He said, no, there is a Dhenukasur. He is guarding that place. Krishna said, don't worry. You all want to eat? We'll go and eat. So the first thing that the Gopas said is, we want to eat. We are hungry. And Krishna was very eager. Because Krishna cannot see his devotees going through any pain. And that too a pain of hunger. Oh, devotees cannot. I heard there are 100 people expected today. They'll come at the right time. Till date, it has been a mystery for me that where do people come from during prasadam? Be it any function. I'm still assuming that demigods from heavenly planet do appear at the right time to have prasadam. So in this way, we see that Krishna cannot see the pain of devotees, and devotees are next level. They will act as if they are feeling the pain just to give pleasure to Lord Shri Krishna. Same thing the coward boys did now. All the Gopas, they all came to Krishna and they're like, Krishna, we're very hungry. This demon called hunger is killing us. Please do something, please do something. And the actual goal was they wanted to feed Krishna because it was a long time. It was almost the midday and they wanted to feed Krishna. So Krishna gave a plan. He said, just nearby, there are a few brahmanas who are doing some yajna. So they have prepared a lot of items, a lot of foodstuffs are there. So just go and beg from them. So tell them that Balaram and myself, we have come here and we want some foodstuffs. Now Acharyas are commenting on this. They are saying, why Balaram first? You could have said myself. Because the Mathura Vasis, they knew who is Balaram. So Balaram is a Kshatriya. Because everyone knew openly that Balaram is the son of Vasudeva. And Vasudeva is the king. So Krishna's plan was, if I put Balaram's name first, then maybe they will give. Because after all, king's son. Here at least he did something which will retain Balaram's image. Other times during butter spinning and all, he'll put Balaram first. And whenever Balaram is in forefront, the Brajvasis will think, no, he's a sadhu child. He'll not do it. Krishna is that naughty child. So he'll put Balaram in front and he'll do all nefarious activities behind and come and then, chalo Balaram, let's go. So Balaram's name was told first. So the cowherd boys, they went, very, very obedient, very nice. They went there, they looked at the brahmanas as devatas. And the first thing that they did was paid obeisances to them. And then they started speaking. They said, very close by, very near, now we have Krishna and Balaram who have come. And they are very hungry. They are very hungry. So we request you that please give some foodstuffs for them. So like this, they begged. Now the brahmanas were so busy doing the ritualistic activities that they heard, but they didn't give any importance to what they were saying. They just ignored. Can you imagine that? Their mood was almost like, abhi bhog ka time nahi hua, bhog ka time hone ke baad aaiye. Only when I'll be offering bhog, ring the ghanti, then you call your Lord, then I'll feed. Yes. So this is called the mood of ritualistic people, where they're least bothered about what the Lord wants. They are much bothered about what is the procedure. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, who taught us that how Krishna is not a personality who is attracted by rituals, but Krishna is that personality who is called as Bhavagrahi Janardhana, who is attracted by our bhava, by our feelings that we are offering while doing the various offerings. I don't know if Prabhupada wouldn't have been there, we also would have been doing some ritual either at home or outside to do our sense gratification. So these brahmanas, they were very one-pointed, focused to do that ritual of yajna, and their goal was to go to heavenly planet. That was the mood. So now when these kids were ignored, they felt really morose. These Brahmanas were not understanding the Yajna Kunda, the fire, the spoon from which the ghee is offered, the ghee itself, the Vedic hymns, the Vedic scriptures, everything that they're utilizing is all Krishna. Is all Krishna. And Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says this. In Yajna, whatever paraphernalia is there, it's all Krishna. But then it's so unfortunate that they were not able to make out this. So unfortunate, Hare Krishna. So unfortunate they were not able to make out this. And the boys left. Now the boys came back to Krishna. They were very morose. Very morose. And they were like, they didn't pay any attention to us. They didn't say even no also. At least no, you reply. Say some person comes and that person is fighting with you. Telling a lot of things to you. And then you just ignore that person. Just imagine how angry the person will be after that. At least you fight back. No, tell something. Tell something. I want to hear. They were ignored. They ignored. And they're coming and telling Krishna. At that time, Krishna makes a wonderful point. He says that when a beggar goes to the door of some person to beg, he shouldn't have any expectation. Whatever the master gives, that has to be accepted. It is very nice to note that in our Vedic culture in India, we never had any beggars. Even during the Britishers' time, we never had any beggars. The only beggars were brahmacharis, sannyasis and brahmanas. They were going door to door to beg. And what was the mode of begging? Yesterday we were discussing this in another house program. That the mode of begging is that when we go to the householder's place, the person will come out to give some alms. And at that time, the brahmanas, the brahmacharis, the sannyasis, they will preach those grahasthas. They'll give the knowledge from the Vedic scripture. That was the mode of these beggars. They were not interested in begging door to door, or in the traffic the way nowadays the beggars beg. So Krishna is telling that beggars shouldn't have much expectation. And all of us as devotees, we want to become first class beggars. If we don't become first class beggars, then forget about getting any alms. In whatever plate we have with lot of holes. We cannot. And Krishna is such a person that he'll make sure that the devotee cries and then he will give whatever is supposed to be given. Look at Draupadi's case. Draupadi is such a great devotee. Now Krishna could have just come, when Dushasana was pulling her by her hair in the assembly, and when he is pulling her sari to disrobe her, Krishna is just sitting, peaceful. And then when Draupadi calls, oh Govinda, oh Madhava, oh, okay, I have to help her. Same thing with Gajendra. So when it comes to Gajendra, he is fighting for so many celestial years. And then, after he realizes that I cannot fight anymore, he picks up the lotus flower and then he starts offering to the Lord and he chants the 29 shlokas of 8th canto, chapter number 2 or 3. Very wonderful shlokas. Mamavatu, protect me. And then when the 29th shloka gets over, at that time it is described, Acharya is described, now Krishna was sitting with the goddess of fortune and then he was hurrying up, oh, okay, now my devotee, now I have to go protect him. It is described that Lord was in so much of anxiety that he felt Garuda's speed will be slow, so let me fly myself. Can you imagine? Another Acharya says that in that speed, Lord was in so much of anxiety that he pulled one of the garment of Lakshmi Devi. So the point that I'm trying to make is, Lord wants an intense cry from us. Without that, the mercy does not flow. Why Lord makes devotees cry like this? Any idea? Anyone wants to answer? Any guess? It should be from proper guess. Yeah.
The love intensifies when in mood of separation.
Okay, the love intensifies in the mood of separation. Then?
To purify us.
It purifies. I think family members are there, to do that. Okay, purifies. What else? Mataji's? Your strength is more than Prabhuji's. You should answer something. Why? Why Lord makes a devotee cry first? Okay, so devotee will be in the right mood. See, we all have come here to enjoy, no? And Lord is facilitating our enjoyment in this world, through Yoga Maya, through Mahamaya potency. The material nature is facilitating our enjoyment. So Lord wants to make sure really we want Him or not. He is not interested to force us. Sometimes I really feel, that Lord should force us and take us back home. Why is He giving us so much of independence? But it is described wherever there is love, there will be no force. I was giving this example in one of the class, that when the baby is in the cradle and mother is very busy cooking, in the middle of the cooking, she cannot leave that, and the baby has started crying. So the mother will come and then give one toy. And maybe she'll put that toy in the cradle and turn it. And the baby looking at the toy will forget what he wanted, and he starts smiling. And he's absorbed in that toy. And then again after some time he starts crying. Then the mother comes and puts another toy which has some light now. A light is also coming. And the baby is looking at it again, smiling. After some time, again, he starts crying. He is actually hungry. And then, when he starts crying, again mother comes and she puts another toy now with the light and sound, and then he is very happy. Where is the sound coming from? Where is the light coming from? He's looking at that, and then he's quiet. He's smiling. Like this, when many times happens, and when the baby, even after putting n number of toys, he keeps crying. At that time, mother understands, now he is really angry. Let me pick the child and feed the baby. Same thing Krishna does with all of us. So Krishna, when we start crying to Krishna, oh Krishna, we want you. Today we heard in the class that we should pray like this. Krishna, we really want you. And then Krishna will give us promotion in the office. And then for some time, a party time, no promotion party. Yes? Or bonus or whatever, so happy. And then we forget about this. Again, next class we hear, again we go in front of the Lord. Krishna, we want you. And then Krishna say he's a bachelor. Krishna will send a beautiful girl for marriage. Marriage means gone. 2-3 years gone. And then the new couple. So forgets. Again, here's a class. Okay, I have to pray. I have to aspire for Krishna, attain Krishna Prem, this very life, and all that. And again, baby takes birth and then forget. After some time, yes, forget. So Krishna is actually testing us, really this person wants me or not. So he'll keep giving some toy here and there in this world. And really, at some point of time, when we literally feel that I want Krishna, and whatever toys he's putting, we just ignore that and we say, Krishna, enough of your toys. Na dhanam na janam na sundarim kavitam va jagadisha kamaye mama janmani janmanishware bhavatat bhaktir ahituki tvai. I don't want dhanam, I don't want janam, I don't want followers, I don't want wealth, I don't want sundarim. I don't want anything. So what do you want? You want moksha? I don't want moksha also. Then what do you want? And he says that I want to serve you, Lord, lifetime after lifetime. I want you. So this way, Lord will test. And the devotee literally intensely cries for the Lord, and then the Lord is like, okay, now you're ready, come, let's go. So in this way, we see that Lord makes the devotee intense in the mood before accepting the devotee. So what are we waiting for? For more toys? What are we waiting for? We should become more and more intense, with time. So we have to become first-class beggars. This is the point that I'm trying to tell. When we go in front of the Lord, when we chant the holy names, every day on the beats, we should be first-class beggars, begging for the right thing. Very, very important. When we go through some problem, and when we are begging that let this problem be solved somehow, Krishna is like Tathastu. Itna hi chahiye tha, Tathastu. But then we are missing out on one point. We want Krishna Prem. Sometimes, it happens that we are hungry and we are just thinking. It happened with me. One evening I was very hungry and I was thinking, how nice it would be if today we have aloo paratha in the menu. And guess what? I go up and I see aloo parathas there. I was no haribol in that. When I went up and when I saw aloo paratha, I was like, oh, if I would asked Krishna Prem, maybe I would have got it today. I missed. I replaced Krishna Prem with aloo paratha and chutney on that day. So Krishna is very eager to fulfill our desires, but especially when it comes to giving bhakti, when it comes to Krishna Prem, he is careful. Because he knows very well that my devotees, full 1 month they celebrate because I was tied by Mother Yashoda. That one lady whom I accepted as my mother, as a pure devotee of mine, she tied me. If all of them become pure devotees, all of them will tie me. So now this time I'll make sure I'll see if the person is really qualified, then I'll give myself to that person. Or just no. So when it comes to bhakti alone, Krishna thinks twice. Otherwise, material desire and all, tathastu, tathastu. Go ahead, go ahead. Mhm. So we should be, as devotees, I always make this point, that as devotees, we shouldn't ask anything material to Krishna. It will come. It will come. If we have Krishna, everything will come with Krishna. But if we ask for material things, we miss out on Krishna. Right? So this is the important point which I wanted to make here. We should beg for Krishna, from Krishna. Prabhu, please come here. Come closer. So we should become the first class beggars. And this is what Krishna is telling. You have gone for begging. So whatever the master gives, you have to accept. If he does not give, don't become morose. And now, when Gopas are asking, so what next? What are we supposed to do? We are hungry. So then the plan was given by Krishna. He says, you go there again, but now this time don't approach the Brahmanas. Approach the Brahmana Patnis. They are actually my devotees. And the boys might have told them, I'm just speculating. अरे पहले ही बोल देते उनके पास ही चले जाते ब्राह्मणस के पास पहले क्यों भेजा? So when these boys went, these Gopas went, they saw the Brahmana Patni sitting peacefully, very nicely dressed. And one of our Acharya, he also comments that they were busy discussing Krishna Katha with each other. When we say a devotee is silent, it does not mean that he's just sitting void. He's discussing Krishna Katha, chanting the holy names. So here, the Brahmana Patnis were silent. Silent means Krishna conscious activities were going on. So they went, and Krishna had told them, see, tell them that Krishna and Balram have come close by. Just tell them this. Don't beg from them that some foodstuff is needed. But when these Gopas went, they saw the Brahmana Patnis, they paid obeisances to them. And the first thing that they say is, Krishna and Balram have come, they're very hungry. Give something for them. And as soon as the Brahmana Patnis heard this, they were in haste to pack everything that was made for Yajna. They packed everything. It is described, the Acharyas say, that they prepared new items also. 4 items basic, 4 types of items. Chaturvidha Bhagavat Prasado. And every day morning we sing, right? So what are those 4 types of food? That can be chewed, that which can be licked, that which can be sucked, and that which can be drinked. So these are 4 types of foodstuffs which are there. So they prepared a lot of foodstuffs like that. They took a big basket. In that they filled with small vessels of varieties of items. And they started from their house. Can you imagine? There's a big ceremony going on in the house. And suddenly, the females from the house, they're carrying things from the house and without telling they're leaving the house. Can you imagine the people inside the house? What is the feeling that they will have? So this was going on. And as soon as the Brahmanas saw that the wives were going out like this, they tried their best to stop them. And when these Brahmanas failed to stop them, so at that time they called their fathers. So the father-in-laws of the Brahmanas' wives. So they called their fathers. Fathers were not able to do anything. Brothers were called, brother-in-law of those ladies. They were not able to do anything. Can you imagine? All male members are trying to stop the female members in the house and they were not able to stop. So it's in parampara. I'll not look that side. So it is described that why is it in this endeavor the men who had so much of physical strength were not able to stop the Brahmana Patnis? And before answering this question, another question, how is it that they were so intensely attracted towards the Lord? And the answer that Shukadeva Goswami gives in Srimad Bhagavatam, this chapter, he says that they were hearing from Purnamasi and other devotees who were coming from Vrindavan. And just by hearing about the Lord, they developed so much intense attraction towards the Lord. They were just waiting when they will get darshan of the Lord. And as soon as they got this call, saying Krishna has come close by, there's no question of going to Vrindavan from Mathura. because they were female, they were not allowed at that point of time. But now when they got to know that he has come very close to their house, they couldn't stop themselves. They just started. When will we develop this attraction? What is the use of this human form not having attraction towards Krishna? Actually waste. Human form is waste. If you don't have attraction towards the name, form, qualities and pastimes of the Lord. Literally waste. So this attraction is something which actually makes a person a devotee, a pure devotee. Prahlad Maharaj is saying, Yata bhramati ayo brahman swayam akarsha sannidhav tatha me vidyate chetas chakrapaner yadrichya. Shanda and Amarka, they are asking, Prahlad, where have you learnt all this Krishna bhakti from? And Prahlad Maharaj, instead of answering that question, he gives an indirect answer and he says, like the iron filings get naturally attracted to the magnet, similarly I am getting naturally attracted to Chakrapani, the holder of chakra, towards the Lord. I don't know when that will happen. For us, we have such iron filings, so much of rust is there. People push us towards the magnet and we're like, no, I'm not going. I'm not going. Can you imagine all our leaders and all our mentors, how much they push us? Do this, do this, do this, and we are like, we are stubborn. No, I will not do. So the point is that somehow or the other, we have got into this unfortunate situation of not having attraction towards the Lord. Attraction is there a little bit. It is there. It's not that it's not there. If it was the case, then you would have not sat like this, to hear Krishna Katha. Some attraction is there. But we don't have intense attraction. To such an extent that we just leave the house like this and just go wherever Krishna is. That intense attraction is not there. But how can this intense attraction come? It is described only by Shravanam. We have to hear. More we hear about the person, in this material world also, we fall in love with that person. In Krishna consciousness, more we hear about Krishna, we rise in love with Krishna. So it's very, very important to note, we have to hear attentively. Very, very important. Prabhupada emphasizes on this point. He says one should do submissive oral reception. One should hear about the Lord. When we hear about the Lord, then there's a possibility of developing some attraction towards the Lord. And it's not that hearing 1 day, 2 days, or 1 week, 2 weeks. It is said Dirgha Kal. You have to keep hearing for a long time. Then we'll develop attraction towards the Lord. And here it is described that these Brahmana Patnis, they had heard so much about the Lord. They have not seen Krishna yet, for your information. Who is that another personality who never saw Krishna or developed love for Krishna? Huh? Yes, Rukmini Devi. But her case was really awesome. Someday we'll take that exclusive session. She has never seen Krishna, but she is writing a letter to Krishna saying, come and kidnap me. It's like next level of attraction and love. Next level. So these Brahmana Patnis, they had so much of attraction just by hearing about the Lord that they started as soon as they got to know Lord has come. This is the first question, that is, how they got so much of attraction. Second question is, how is it that they were not able, these Brahmanas and their fathers and brothers couldn't stop these Brahmana Patnis? And the answer is, from this side, they were pulling the Brahmanas, their fathers, their brothers. And from the other side, who was pulling?
Krishna.
Who will win? From the other side, there was a strong pull from the bluish blackish boy, and that is Lord Shri Krishna. And they just started. From the door, the husbands, the fathers, and all of them, they were telling, we will not allow you inside the house. And I don't know what was the expression of the Brahmana. I was just imagining. You take care of yourself. We will not come anyways. They just went. No, they just went. Now, this was one scene where they're coming out of the house, and now they're rushing with those big, big baskets towards the Lord. And the Gopas are also going with them. And they finally come to a place where Krishna is standing with Balaram and other friends. So few friends went to tell this, and few friends were waiting with Krishna and Balaram. So Shukadeva Goswami does not leave any opportunity to describe Krishna's beauty. So Shukadeva Goswami is describing that Krishna was standing. How he was standing? One hand on his friend's shoulder, And in the other hand, he had lotus, and he was twirling the lotus. And then it is described that Krishna was wearing beautiful forest flower garland, the Vaijayanti Mala, with a beautiful peacock feather on the head, and his lotus eyes extending till the ears. And yes, his beautiful earrings, especially this we'll be singing Damodar Ashtakam. Earrings swinging to and fro, shark-shaped earrings swinging to and fro, and touching the cheeks, which are like blackish, bluish blackish. Or the complexion is more precisely told as the color of the freshly formed rain-filled cloud. So for pure devotees, when they see the freshly filled rain-filled cloud or any the clouds which are about to rain or about to give rain, they remember Krishna. And as soon as we see the clouds, we remember the umbrella. We don't remember Krishna. So in this way, the description was given about the Lord. And it's described that Lord was smiling blissfully looking at his wonderful devotees, the Brahmana Patnis. And now Krishna starts speaking to his devotees. So the Brahmana Patnis have come there. They are in love with Krishna. They have pure love for the Lord. And the Lord is receiving them. The Lord says, okay, please come, please sit. You have done the right thing. You have done the right thing. Even when there were so many obstacles, you gave up all that. You overcome. In your entire endeavor, you had put proper endeavors to overcome that, and you have come here. You have done the right thing. And then he quotes that many great personalities, learned ones, have done this. So you are also correct. But now go back. Krishna, very difficult to understand his personality. He played the fifth note of Vamshi in the middle of the night, and all the gopis, they just left their house, from Prji, and they go to the middle of the forest, and then Krishna stops playing the flute, and then he opens his eyes and then he sees all the gopis are there, and then he's very happy. Oh, it's very nice, all of you have come. Now please go back. Here they say, telling the Brahman Patnis that please go back. You don't know? Your husbands are doing yajna there. And in any yajna, husband and wife are very compulsory. They should be there in the yajna. You have come here, how the yajna will get complete? Go back and complete the yajna. And the Brahmana Patnis, they start speaking. I would like to read directly from Bhagavatam. They say, "O Almighty One, please do not speak such cruel words." Going back is cruel words. Rather, you should fulfill your promise that you always reciprocate with your devotees in kind. Now that we have attained your lotus feet, we simply wish to remain here in the forest, so we may carry upon our heads the garlands of tulsi leaves that fall from your lotus feet. We are ready to give up all material relationships. Our husbands, fathers, sons, brothers, other relatives and friends will no longer take us back. How could anyone else be willing to give us shelter? Therefore, since we have thrown ourselves at your lotus feet and have no other destination, please, O chastiser of enemies, grant our desire. Look at the intense prayer that is offered. We have thrown ourselves at your lotus feet. Now please don't ask us to go back. Even if we go back, the doors are already closed, no one is going to open. So in this way, intensely they are praying to the Lord, that, oh Lord, please don't do this to us. Please don't do this to us. There are wonderful bhajans, in this mode, where it is said, Gauranga tumhi more, dayana chadi ho. Here the author or the poet is saying that, oh Gauranga, you are very dear to me. You are mine. Please don't stop showering your compassion onto me. And there's so many other songs where it is said that, oh Lord, please don't take me away from your lotus feet. Please don't take me away from your lotus feet. These are the intense bhajans which we devotees have to sing. Today morning, one devotee was asking this question. And so what are we supposed to do in Krishna consciousness? Now this devotee was asking, what are we supposed to do in Krishna consciousness? So what is the goal of Krishna consciousness? Now, you know what? Such questions will come to us, when we don't advance in Krishna consciousness. I was just telling this to that devotee, that it's very, very important to advance in Krishna consciousness. Initially, it will be all good. It's all new, right? How many of you are going to observe Kartik Vrata for the first time? Or heard about Kartik Vrata? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So it'll like new, very nice. Oh, what's going to happen? Every evening festival, Prabhuji saying every evening festival, lamp offering and this and that. So when it comes to new, well, it's all good. Now just imagine there will be a time when all of us would have completed Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, all the Prabhupada books. And it will be to such an extent that the speaker sitting on the Vyasasan is giving Bhagavatam class, and you know what the next dialogue will be of the speaker. I'm sure now also we might be making out, right? There will be some shloka and we know next line what the speaker is going to say. So we want to come to that platform or that level where we know everything now from the scriptures or the essence of it, essence in the scriptures. So what will keep us in Krishna consciousness then? Because finally when saturation comes, then people are like, oh, done, I think it's done. Then the question comes, what is there in Krishna consciousness? In one of the class, Gaur Gopal Prabhu was telling, that first initiation done, second initiation done, the Brahmacharya ashram joined, sannyas to milega nahi. We have reached a plateau. Now what next after this? So what is next is, or what is expected from all of us is, intense devotional service should develop. That mode of intense devotional service should develop with time. And we cannot say that, "Okay, baad mein karenge," after some time. I'm new still in Krishna consciousness. No. Right from day one, our mood should intensify. If our mood does not intensify, then after some time, we'll get bored. What is this in Krishna consciousness? What is there? And what keeps us in Krishna consciousness is the theory that we hear from Srimad Bhagavatam, when it actually gets converted to realization. That sustains us in Krishna consciousness. So it's very, very important to have realizations. That's why we see the senior devotees say we are not the body or spirit soul. And a neophyte preacher like me also can say we are not the body or spirit soul. But when we speak, and when they speak, there's a huge difference. Same thing only they're speaking, but a huge difference. Why? Because they've realized. And we have just heard. There's a huge difference. So it's very important to have realization in Krishna consciousness. And this realization is nothing but the gift from Guru and Krishna when we intensely practice devotional service. It's a gift. Please note. It is not something which we can snatch from someone. It's a gift. So this gift will be given to us when they see that we're eligible to receive this gift. When we endeavor intensely on this path of devotional service. So in this way, here, these Brahmana Patnis, they are very intense in their mood, and they're saying that, please don't leave us. What will we do and who will take us now? Who will take us now? And at that time, Krishna, he makes this point. You don't worry. You go back. Your husband will accept you. Your father-in-laws will accept you. Brothers will accept you. Even Devi Devtas will not criticize you. This is a statement that Krishna makes. Go back and assist your husbands in the sacrifice. And Krishna says that being here in the forest is not the right thing for you to do. And then he makes a very strong point, very, very important for all the devotees. He says, for you to remain in my bodily association would certainly not please people in this world, nor would it be the best way for you to increase your love for me. Rather, you should fix your minds on me, and very soon you will achieve me. Now he gives the instruction. And it resonates very nicely with Bhagavad Gita. And how to fix the mind on Krishna? First, it is by hearing about me, Krishna is saying. Hear about me. Second, seeing my deity form. So Srinivas too and Saroja Mataji are very fortunate. In their house we have altar installation today. Every day they can take darshan of the Lord and worship very nicely. Third, meditate upon me. And fourth, chant my names and glories. That love for me develops not by physical proximity. Therefore, please go back to your homes. See how clear the instruction is. Hear about me, take darshan of my deity form, meditate upon me, chant my names and glories. So this is what we need to do. As devotees, this is what we need to do if we want to attain Krishna. If you are happy and not interested to attain Krishna, enjoy Madi, no problem. Go ahead, do whatever you want. But if any devotee has an intense desire to attain Krishna, then those devotees have to follow this, what is told. And abiding by the instruction of Krishna, these Brahmana Patnis went back. There was one Brahmana Patni, one of the ladies who was left back. She was held very tightly, by the family members. So when these Brahmana Patnis came back, and these ladies, when they came back, they started talking to that lady. We took darshan of Krishna, he was looking like this, he was looking like that. It is described that she heard the glories of the Lord and his form. She kept that form in the heart and she left her body. This is a description that is given. And in these Brahmana Patnis, when they took darshan of the Lord, it is described, they drank the nectar, the beauty of the Lord through their eyes. They invited the Lord through their eyes into their hearts, and they embraced the Lord and not allowed the Lord to go anywhere. This is like the next level of devotional service. Now we have to reach. Not that level is I don't know, but then somewhere close to it. At least when we are chanting, at least we should doze off. Yes. At least we should be able to hear the holy names when we chant. When we are doing arti, at least we should be able to focus. Okay, I'm now offering incense to Krishna. At least we shouldn't get confused at that time. Okay, incense is there. Whom I'm offering to? So it's a very, very important thing that how these Brahmana Patnis got absorbed in Krishna consciousness. And when they went back, as Krishna said, the husband received them well, the father-in-laws received them well, there was no problem at all. They helped them to do the yajna, and when the yajna was done successfully, then these Brahmanas came back to their senses. And they realized what offense we have done. What offense we have done. It's a great sin that we have committed. The Supreme Personality of Godhead for whom we are doing the yajna, they were there at our door and we didn't give what they wanted. What is the use of all our knowledge from the Vedic scriptures? What is the use of these ritualistic ceremonies? What is the use? Our wives are much, much better than us. They have not got second initiation. They don't have knowledge from Vedic scriptures. They don't know the Vedic mantras, but they have so much of love for Krishna. They are much, much better than us. They acknowledged. This is the glory of Lord Krishna. We might think something that people are thinking about us like this, but Krishna as Paramatma can change anyone and everyone's consciousness and thought process. And that person can start glorifying us. You never know. You never know. And here we see that the Brahmana Patnis were thinking, oh, if we go back, they'll chastise us, this will happen, that will happen. And here the Brahmanas are glorifying. You're such great devotees. We are so sinful. We are so sinful that we couldn't realize what you people have realized. And look at the unfortunate situation of these Brahmanas. They knew Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They wanted to take darshan of the Lord, but then they were fearful of comes and they didn't go. They didn't go. So from this pastime, we understand, let's not be absorbed just in the rituals and procedures. Obviously, rituals and procedures are important in Pancharatrika Vidhi while doing deity worship. So we have the manual and this and that and whatever. But then along with that, the bhava behind the offering is very, very important. So we have to cultivate that. How that can be cultivated? That can be cultivated by hearing more and more about Krishna and developing love for Krishna. Prabhupada says in one of the lectures that I have given you this Archa Vigraha to worship. But if you don't see this Archa Vigraha as a person and develop love towards this person, you will feel that when I leave the body, you will feel that my spiritual master left and left behind this Galagraha. Galagraha means a big stone tied to the neck, which is a burden. So the deity will become like Galagraha. So it is described that one should hear very carefully, very attentively. And Maya Shakti is very strong, she will not allow us to listen. During hearing only we'll have a lot of thought process, chanting only we'll have a lot of thought process. So we should beg and pray to the Lord that please help me. So from tomorrow starts the Kartik Mass. As I already said, these are the 30 days which are given to us, which are like shortcut. Literally, fast progress can happen during this time if the devotee is very serious in practicing devotional service. So it is recommended that every day, morning and evening, one should offer ghee lamp. Just by offering one ghee lamp to the Lord, this ghee lamp gives some light. So when we offer this light to the Lord, it is described that the darkness which is created by sins from many, many lifetimes are vanquished. So morning and evening one should offer ghee lamp. If possible, we should sing Damodarashtaka morning and evening. If not, then at least in the evening. All the family members can come together and sing Damodarashtaka and offer ghee lamp. And all of us, we can invite each other to our homes and have nice satsang. at least one day we should invite all the devotees home, and we should have this satsang where everyone comes to hear Krishna Katha, do Kirtan, and offer ghee lamp. And the calendar is very tight, in the entire month of all the devotees. So we should somehow, convince them to come. Very, very important. Vaishnava Seva should be done. Inviting Vaishnavas home and feeding prasad. Very, very important. Not only brahmacharis, all the grihasthas also. We should invite everyone. Every day, getting up in Brahma Murta and taking bath. At least for 1 month we can try. I do understand as grihasthas it's very difficult to get up by 4 o'clock. But we should try our best to get up by 4 o'clock. And take bath immediately as soon as we get up. So this is one of the service that is offered by taking bath in the morning. And then sit for chanting. All the ones who are not chanting 16 rounds, you are requested that at least for this 1 month, chant 16 rounds. At least for this 1 month. After that, it's up to you to reduce or whatever, but at least for this 1 month, chant 16 rounds. And the ones who are chanting 16 rounds, please don't stay at 16 rounds. Please increase it to 20, 25, 32, whatever. Every day, watering tulasi and circumambulating tulasi. See, all these things what I'm telling you is very simple. But you will see that somehow the mind will trick and our vrata will get broken. Now you will see this. At least happens with me at times. So, watering tulsi, circumambulating tulasi. Every day, at least one tulsi leaf we can offer it to Krishna. One tulsi leaf, one manjari can be offered to Krishna. And fragrant flowers can be offered in the worship. So all of you are grihasthas. And Shastras say that grihasthas should offer first class paraphernalia to the Lord. First class, be it agarbatti, be it ghee, be it anything. First class. So at least in this 1 month, try your best. Every day offer some roses which have fragrance. Nowadays we have roses without fragrance. Or some nice jasmine flowers, a lotus or whatever. Every day we can offer. And then, if possible, go to some dham and be there. Go and take darshan of the Lord to some dham, preferably Vrindavan. Yes, Vrindavan or Mayapur or Jagannath Puri, preferably. If not, come to ISKCON Whitefield. Because Prabhupada has told every ISKCON center is a spiritual embassy. It's not different from Vrindavan. So every day going to any ISKCON temple, that also is a great thing. If possible, come for Mangalarti every day to ISKCON Whitefield. Every day. For 1 month. It can be a vrata. It's up to you. I'm just telling different activities. You can pick and choose and make your recipe for your vrata. It's up to you. You can do that. And it is also described that we should endeavor to do parikrama of the temple, parikrama of the Lord. We should do parikrama of Tulasi. At least once in a while we should go to temple and do parikrama there, of the temple. If possible, we should take bath in a holy river. If not, if you are at home, then at least have some drops of Ganga Jal, in our bathing bucket, and then take bath. That is also recommended. And then it is recommended. So all these are like externals. That which will prepare our consciousness is hearing. So we should hear more about the Lord's childhood pastimes, the Vrindavan Leela. And hear Damodar Ashtakam, meditate on the meaning of Damodar Ashtakam. To like 30 days we sing, but then if you ask someone the meaning, Prabhuji had told something in the class, I'll go back and see and let you know. No, every day, see, still we have time. Tomorrow it is starting, Today evening, tomorrow morning we have time. Go through it and try to see what is the word-to-word meaning, what is the meaning of each verse. And when we sing, actually get absorbed in that. When it is said that Lord is performing His childhood pastimes in Vrindavan and all the Vrindavan Vasis are merged in the pools of ecstasy, try to meditate on that. When it is said that Lord's lips are like the bimba fruit, His cheeks are very nice, His eyes are very beautiful. So when we are chanting, when we are singing, we should be able to meditate on all that. And when He's begging, when the poet is begging, that, oh Lord, please shower your mercy. Oh Ananta, oh Damodar, please shower your mercy onto me. Why? Because I am the most fallen. So when that verse comes, we should be in that mood. And the last verse, when we are offering obeisances to Krishna, Krishna's stomach, the rope, and Srimati Radharani. We should remember these personalities. So in this way, try to learn the meaning. Try to chant some prayers from Srimad Bhagavatam, like the Brahma Stuti that is given where Brahma is offering stuti after Brahma Vimohan Leela. Kunti Maharani's prayers are there. Bhishma Dev's prayers are there. Gajendra Stuti is very nice. Yes. So all these different prayers can be chanted. And attending the classes in physical, yes, not live. Because the potency when we come together is really huge, really huge. So every single Sunday morning, evening, we have classes going on. Sunday morning, Sunday feast class, if possible, come to ISKCON Whitefield and try to attend. So in this way, these are the different angas of devotional service. I think I've covered all of them. So please pick and choose and make your vrata in such a way that you'll be able to follow. But it shouldn't be very low also. Maybe one level higher than what we can do. And a little bit stretch is needed. Some devotees take a vow that I will not eat so and so sweet. Just take a vow 1 or 2 sweets. Don't say I will not eat any sweet. I've done that. It's really very difficult. Because Kartik is a time when all the devotees prepare a lot of sweets. And then they'll get to us and then mouth is watering and vrata says no. So some vratas like that. So these are the different things that we can do in the month of Kartik. And one very, very important thing. Pray for that devotee who has told you about the Kartik Vrata every day. So please remember me when you go in front of the altar and pray for me that whatever this person speaks, help him to execute that in his day-to-day life. Any questions? We have 2 minutes, huh? What books can be read? No, see, whatever Prabhupada books we are reading, we can continue. There is no special thing to jump to some other section or whatever. But herein we can specifically hear some childhood pastimes of the Lord. Krishna book is something which I would recommend everyone to read from the childhood pastimes whichever are there. Sankalpa, it is described that we go in front of the Lord and we pray that this is what I would like to offer to you in this month as a vrata for your pleasure. So please help me, O Lord. I want to do it. And there are some rituals also which people do where they take water in their hand and they take sankalpa and then pour the water like that. Ending also we can do that. I have done this for your pleasure, O Lord. So if you are pleased with me, then you can open your list. But as devotees, in that big list, we just have one line: I want you. I want taste in the holy name in Srimad Bhagavatam. Please keep me in the association of devotees. Our prayers are this only. Please help me to execute the instruction of my spiritual master word to word. Something like that. Yes, anything else?
Prji, the extra rounds, they have to be necessarily done on the beads or they can be done on the counter?
So that's up to you. That's up to you. Beads where 16 rounds should be done. Other round is up to you. अरे माता इज अभी बोल रहे हैं, आप लोग कुछ बोल नहीं रहे हैं, एकदम क्लियर है. प्रभु जी, our व्रता is decided. You are late. Oh, like that. The Mata is saying whatever we will decide, that's what they will do. And please take a vow of having only prasad. Don't put anything in the mouth which is not prasad. Right? Try your best. 1 month vrata. That's simple only, not much. Okay, thank you very much. So as promised, 12:45 exact. We stop. Thank you very much. Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Kartik Vrata ki Jai. So today is auspicious day for Srinivas Prabhu and Saroja Mataji and their wonderful kids, Santosh and Ananya. So I'm very, very happy that altar installation is happening here. So altar installation is like inviting the Lord to our house. And the Lord comes to that place where devotees assemble. So when devotees are assembled in your place, that itself is a sign that the Lord is arriving in the place, or Lord has arrived in the place. Because when devotees sing, from their hearts, because when devotees sing what they have, they're just singing, calling out to the Lord. It's a selfless call. Lord actually attends their call. So very nice, it's a nice way. I'm very happy that 100 devotees are going to come for prasad. Yes, and we have some good number of devotees for Aarti also. So I'm very, very happy. So all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis present here, I request all of you that please profusely bless this wonderful family, that they continue practicing devotional service very nicely, every day they should be able to do the altar seva, and may they intensify the devotional service and attain Krishna this very life. Let's chant and pray for them. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Okay, thank you. So let's do the Aarti now.
Hare Krishna. जय जय श्री श्री गांधर्विका गिरिधर श्री महाप्रभु की जय। लक्ष्मी नरसिंहदेव अनंत देव की जय। पंचतत्व की जय। सद्गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया कर मोरे। 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 तुम बिना के दयालु जगत संसार। तुम बिना के दयालु जगत संसार। तुम
Parivajkacharya, Shtodarshat Sri Srimad Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
ISKCON Founder Acharya, BBT Founder Acharya, Savior of the whole world, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhams Parivajkacharya, Shtodarshat Sri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Goswami Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki
Jai.
नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की
जय।
प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद की
जय।
श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की
जय।
ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की
जय।
मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की
जय।
पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की
जय।
गंगा माई की जय,
जय।
यमुना माई की
जय।
जय, भक्ति देवी की
जय।
कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायिनी वृंद देवी तुलसी महारानी की
जय।
समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की
जय।
युगधर्म हरिनाम संकीर्तन की
जय।
निताय गौर प्रेमानंद।
हरे बोल।
All glories to assemble devotees.
Hare Krishna.
All glories to assemble devotees.
Hare Krishna.
All glories to assemble devotees.
Hare Krishna.
All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. All glories to you, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
So thank you once again. All of you came here to witness this wonderful event. So once again, I would request all of you that let's begin pray to the Lordships for this wonderful family of Srinivas Prabhu, Saroja Mataji, Ananya and Santosh, by loudly chanting Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
So you all can come forward, offer flowers to the Lordships, and then Prasad. So Prasad is arranged in the clubhouse, you have to go down. Hare Krishna.
क्यों नहीं रहा इसमें नहीं रहा
అక్కడ పెట్టేసి
and all the Vaishnavas.